So Layla asked the first question about false growth mindset. We're going to start there.
So my question is, what factors into developing a negative or a fixed mindset or like a false growth mindset? I know the difference between a false growth mindset and a fixed mindset, but is there something that can happen that causes the false growth mindset that maybe not would not cause the fixed mindset? Are they two completely different things, or is it kind of the same thing? I know the video kind of touched on that, but I'm curious about understanding like what causes things like that to develop. Like, is it outside influence? Is it inside influence? I'm curious. So, thank you.
Good question, Layla. Thank you so much for starting us off today. The whole interoperability between fixed pattern thinking and growth mindset almost becomes an invalidation, like, well, just stop worrying. Well, just develop a growth mindset and you'll be able to get beyond what you're stuck with. Not that easy. And requires mindfulness and thoughtfulness. Or, as Layla indicates, the potential for false growth mindset can ensue. And what is false growth mindset is not actually a psychological construct that is defined by a theory. It's not defined by a theorist. It is simply the idea that rather than the person who is the influencer focusing on allowing some of the influencer, could be a parent, it could be a broader set of social interactions from extended Bronfenbrenner circles, could be a school teacher, very well, could be a teacher or a professor, and how they influence the person to think. Are we influencing people on how to think, to use their autonomy, agency, and purpose in life to come to their own answers, or are we telling them how to think? And so often we get trapped into the idea of teaching people what to think versus how to think. And there's a lot of complexity involved. When we're talking about a child, it depends on the operational stage from a Piagetian perspective. In the sensory motor stage, that child only has the ability to generate neurological synapses in the first couple of years. And so the influencer, which is the primary caregiver, needs to stay focused on objects and relationships. The rest is lost in the flurry of neurological development, which is just designed to allow a person to build a relationship with the primary caregiver that allows them to explore objects and understand how to interact with the outside world. Beyond age 2, in the pre-operational stage, we're talking about language and symbols. So, if the primary caregiver rewards the idea of enunciating a sound that's viable within the developmental stage between age 2 and age 7, or in interacting with an object, a ball, a bat, other objects. Whereas the difference is in the concrete operational stage, we're learning rules and how to interact with other people, the ability to understand the rules of a baseball game and how other people are playing in context with those rules, and then develop a moral and an ethical and a procedural idea of how one is going to apply their own understanding to the application of the game, and then of course the frustration with other people on the interactions. That said, false growth mindset comes from rewarding the effort rather than the process. rewarding the effort or rewarding the outcome even, meaning win or lose. Do I only get love from my parents if I hit a home run in the baseball game? Or do I only get love from my parents about how fast I ran or how much effort I put in? Either one of those can develop false growth mindset rather than what was the experience and what did you learn from it?